Recording in progress.
So hi there, it's Jamie from Island Yoga UK. Welcome to today's practice. It's a 30-minute practice, so we'll just go straight in. Just find your comfortable, upright, seated position with the spine uplifted. Relaxing the shoulders, and then just gently close the eyes. Just allow the breath to find its own natural rhythm. And watch your breath as it flows. Feel your body's reaction to each and every breath. And with the still body and the slow breath, we relax the mind. And now just make the breathing longer, slower and deeper. So as we inhale through the nose, we allow the abdomen to expand. And then at the end of the exhale, we're drawing the abdomen in. And just continue with this new, longer, slower breathing, trying to expand the abdomen as you inhale through the nose. And draw the abdomen in as you exhale. And we're going to try to keep this long, slow rhythm going throughout our class today when we're doing our asanas. But now let's place the palms together at heart center and we'll say one long Om together to start the class. So inhale deeply. Release your hands, put them behind your back, and then as you exhale, bend forward from the waist and surrender to Mother Earth. Inhaling, coming back up. Release your hands again. And with a few gentle blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to start today's practice with a little bit of breath work. So you can sit comfortably cross-legged, that's fine. Or if you have some blocks, you might want to elevate the hips a little bit. Or the other alternative is to sit on your heels. I prefer this way when I'm doing this breath work because I've got more room to bring my arm down. We're going to do some arm movements as we're breathing. So this is called Pastrica Breathing, and it's to expel excess carbon dioxide from the body and to bring in this all-important prana, this life force. And the way we do that is we're going to block the right nostril, we're going to reach up with the left hand, and then we're going to do powerful exhales. The exhales are active. So it looks like this. So I'm exhaling and drawing the hand down fast, and making a fist at the bottom, and then reaching back up with the fingers, and we're going to repeat that 15 times. So let's do that together. Blocking the right nostril, reaching up, and then active exhales 15 times. Begin. And then changing over the other nostril and the other arm. Let's begin on the other side, 15. And now both arms together for the last set of 15, and begin. Let's block the right nostril again, and we're going to do Nandi breathing. So it's the same kind of breath, but this time we're pumping the arm down as we exhale. And this helps cleansing, especially around the lymphatic system. So blocking the right nostril, 15 sharp exhales as we draw the arm in. Begin. And then repeating on the other side. 15, begin. And then the last 15, we're going to do both arms together and begin. And then when you're finished, just gently place the hands, palms facing up on your lap. Just gently close your eyes and feel any reactions in the body. Just observe the body, observe the breath without wanting to change anything. Notice any sensations around the sinuses, the nose. Perhaps you're a little lightheaded. Perhaps there's some tingling in the hands. Just be here. And we just allow the breath to come back to its resting rhythm. And as the breath slows down, the heart does too. Coming back to our center. And just gently open the eyes. Okay, let's begin to move the physical body now and take a cat-cow position for some tiger breathing. Some cat-cow stretches. So as always, fingers widely spread, hands directly under the shoulders, knees about hip width apart and directly under the hips. You can keep with your breath rather than go with mine if you like, but we're aiming to have long, slow breaths. So let's inhale, long, slow and deep as we move the body, chin and chest goes up, tailbone goes up, we're flexing the spine. And then exhaling, pushing away with the arms, drawing the chin to the chest and rounding the back. Inhaling again. And like I say, you can just work at your own rhythm. Inhaling one way and exhaling, pushing away and rounding the back. Just a few of these. I'm inhaling again. And I'm exhaling now. Inhaling, watching the breath and feeling the body's reaction. Exhaling. Inhale. Exhale. Inhaling. It's the last one of these. And exhaling, pushing away and rounding the back, bringing the upper back, rounding all the way down to the spine. And releasing, back to a neutral position. And then I'm going to lay forward a little bit and come into Updog. So it's like a cobra, but we're pushing away with the arms a little bit. And if this is our first back bend of the day, just being mindful, working within your comfortable limit, keeping the legs and the feet active, rolling the shoulders away from the ears, keeping the elbows in towards the body. Just tuning into your body and your body's reactions, keeping the breath going long. Just one more long breath here. And on the next exhale, let's tuck the toes and push back into down dog. So raising the hips up, pushing away with the arms first. It's absolutely fine to be on tiptoes or with the knees bent. And then once you've got a nice straight back, you can begin to stretch the hamstrings, straightening the legs a little bit and lowering the heels down towards the mat if you can. Just keep breathing and keep grounding down into all 4 points evenly. We're getting so many benefits from this simple yoga pose where the head is below the heart. And now we're going to try to walk our feet towards the hands. So if you can, try to keep the legs straight for as long as you can. And then when you need to bend them, just bend them. Keep walking towards the front of the mat. And then when you arrive, soften the knees so you can have quite a deep bend in the knees. Throw the arms forward. Let's create a lovely straight back before we inhale and come up. And then slowly release the hands. Well done. Let's do a little bit of knee circling now. It was on Davina's plan that we were going to do a little bit of knee work. So just stand with your feet about hip width apart and place your hands on the sort of lower part of the thigh, so just above the knees. And then let's just circle round. Nice wide circles, as wide as you can. First going one way. We're going to do between 5 and 10 circles in one direction. Nice deep bend in the knee. And then let's go back the other way. Circling the knees. Bringing some movement to those knee joints. And then coming back up to center. Well done. Let's widen the stance now. We're going to do the triangle series. So the feet should be the same distance apart as the length of your leg. The longer legs you have, the further apart your feet should be. Feet parallel, and try not to roll out to the outer edges of your feet, grounding down evenly into both feet. Let's soften the knees now, so a fair bend in the knees, tilting the pelvis forward. We're thrusting forward with the groin, and that creates this beautiful flat belly, pulling the belly button in with a nice tall spine. Lifting the arms up. One of the most simple asanas, but so effective. We should feel the work on the thighs now. And if you can't feel them, then try to thrust the groin forward a little bit more. Pulling the belly button in, and you can have a slight contraction of the pelvic floor here. Keep the breath going long and slow throughout this whole sequence, if you can. And of course, you can release and come out of any of these postures at any time. Okay, let's move the left toes in and the right toes out. Keep the hips where they were, so if you need to bring the hips back to where they were. And then we're looking over that right shoulder now, down towards the right middle finger. This is called Parsva Hasta Padasana. and just have a few breaths there. The legs should be straight, but in order to protect the knees, I advise just keeping the knees a little bit soft so that they're not locked. The last couple of breaths here. And then we're going to rotate the palms so the palms are facing away from you, and then just drop that right hand down towards the knee, stretching up with the other hand. Hands should be diagonally opposite each other, and we're looking up towards the left hand now. And we're trying to keep the whole body all in one line, so the hands and the arms are directly above the legs. Just keep breathing those long, slow breaths and feel that beautiful stretch down the left side of the body. We're just having a little bit more breath time here as we feel the work and perhaps sink a little bit deeper into this side stretch. And then let's come back up with the arms. Beautiful, well done. Bring the feet back parallel. Keep the arms up there, raised up. We're going to have them defying gravity for a little bit longer. And now move the right toes in and the left toes out. Bring the hips back so that they're facing me. Beautiful. Or maybe they're not if you're twisted the other way. Facing away from you there. And then now we're looking over the left shoulder now down towards the left middle finger. And feel the work on that side. Again, make sure the knees are not locked. Just soften them. Focusing on the breath and the body's reactions. Let's tilt the palms again so that they're facing away from you. And now we're dropping the left hand down by the knee. Make sure you're not locking that left knee. And we're opening up the right side of the body now, stretching up with the right hand, and we're gazing towards that hand as well. Allow the breath to go as long and as deep as you can. The last long breath here. And then we're going to come back up to the center. Bring the feet parallel once more. And now you can release the hands. Place the hands on the hips. And we're going to dive forward with a lovely forward bend from the waist. Keep the knees soft again. We're protecting the knees today. Leading with the chin and chest as you exhale, bending from the hips. Going down, 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 down as far as you can with a straight back. And then once you've reached your limit, then just let go of the upper body. Let go of the arms. The arms can travel down the legs towards the ankles. Perhaps they're on the thighs. Perhaps they're on the knees. Wherever you are is good. And just allow the breath to come and go. And observe the body's reaction. Feeling the work in the hips and the hamstrings, all the way down the legs perhaps. The last couple of long breaths here, really try and let go now. The head, releasing the weight of the head, releasing the shoulders. And then let's place the hands back on the hips, and we're going to come up the same way we went down. Soft knees, a straight back, leading with the chin and chest as we inhale, trying to come up with a straight back, inhaling all the way up. Well done. Keep the legs like this, because we're going to move into warrior two now. So turning that left toes in again, and the right toes out. Let's bend the right knee, and you might want to make that stance even longer. We're working towards having this right knee with a nice bend in it. The knee doesn't travel further forward than the ankle. Hips are aligned in exactly the same way to the long edge of the mat, And then we're raising the arms up, looking over the right shoulder, down to the right middle finger. Feeling that powerful warrior pose, grounding down evenly into both feet. Going with that long, slow breath. Working those thighs and the hips and the groin. Keeping the breath long and slow, just observing the body's reactions. And now we're going to allow this right hand to come down. The right arm can go onto the knee, the forearm can go onto the knee, or you can reach all the way down to the mat if your practice is there. The left hand scoops forward, reaching as far forward as you can, and then opening up. We're in Parsva Konasana now. So this arm is like a 45 degree. It doesn't go straight up to the ceiling. It's pointing forward. So I'm creating a lovely straight line between my ankle and my wrist. And try not to put too much weight on that forearm. The weight should be carried by the core. So you can practice just by lifting your forearm away from the knee if you want to, and then letting it hang down or giving me a little wave on the camera. Beautiful. Lovely. Last long breath there. And then let's release, coming back with the arm, pushing back to the center, feet parallel once more. Lovely to see a few of you waving there. And then let's go in with the right foot, out with the right leg, and then we're coming into Warrior Two on the other side now. Lengthen that stance, bring the hips back round to face the long edge of the mat. Really feel the work on the hips. Make sure the knee doesn't travel further forward than the heel, and then raising the arms up. Looking over the left shoulder now, down towards the left middle finger. Breathing long and slow, and feel the benefits of this wide stance. You're really working a lot into the legs and the groin and the hips. The last long breath here. And now we're bending from the waist on the side. The left arm comes down now, the forearm comes down to rest on the knee. And then the right arm scoops forward first, opening the shoulders. So we're stacking that right shoulder above the left shoulder. If you have more flexibility, then the arm can come down. Perhaps you're reaching your fingertips down to the floor now. Or you're just hanging there without the arm. Either way, you're stretching up, diagonally up, all the way, creating that lovely straight line. Just a couple more breaths. Very powerful pose. And then let's release the right arm, coming back to the center. Keep the feet parallel. We're going to take another little forward bend. This time we're reaching behind us with the hands to interlock the fingers behind our back. And then we're pulling the hands away from the shoulders, lifting them away from the buttocks, keeping the knees soft. Let's bend forward, leading with the chin and chest as we exhale. Coming all the way down into a lovely deep forward fold. Keep the knees soft, we're protecting the knees. And the arms come as far over as the body allows. We can come back up with a straight back, releasing the hands at the same time. Try to come up with an inhale and with a straight back. Releasing the arms and bringing the feet together now. Okay, we're going to sit down on the mat now, so it's your challenge, if you dare to try to sit down without using your hands. Well done, guys. And let's lay back down on the mat and bring the knees into the chest. Let's hug the knees in tight, pushing the lower back against the mat, releasing any tension you may have there, and just rolling over from one side to the other, just small movements. And then once you've had a little roll, let's draw the knees in even further. Place the soles of the feet up towards the ceiling, reaching in between the knees. We're going to try to grab the outer edges of the feet. If you can't reach that, just grabbing the ankles or the lower part of the leg, and then try to draw the legs down, draw the knees down to the outside of the torso. We're in Happy Baby, Bala krida. And this work is as deep as you make it, so you control the stretch by drawing the feet closer to the body. Feel the body's reaction. And again, you can just roll from one side to the other, not too far, not too fast, just to feel that you're squeezing any muscles, any tension out, and preparing for our Savasana. So let's release the legs now down and find our relaxation pose. Just a couple of minutes here. And just make your mind up that you're not going to move just for a couple of minutes. Allow the ankles to flop open. The arms are away from the body. Hopefully the hands, the palms of the hands are facing up towards the ceiling. You can slightly lengthen the back of the neck, tucking the chin just a little bit in. And just allow the breath to find its own natural rhythm. You're not going to try to alter the breath in any way. You're just observing. And with each exhale, you just let go a little bit more. With each exhale, you're allowing the body to relax more. Let's bring our attention to the ankles and the feet and relax them completely. Letting go of any tension in the legs, the knees, releasing the hips and the pelvis, and they now feel heavy and weigh down onto the mat. Relaxing the buttocks and the lower back, and allowing that relaxation to spread all the way into the upper back too. Now bring your attention to the hands and relax the hands and the fingers completely. Allow the arms to be really heavy. Let them go and release the arms down onto the mat. And now the whole of the back of the body rests and is relaxed and is soft. And you just let go. Now let's bring our attention to the head, the skull, and particularly the jaw. This is where we store lots of tension. So let it go now. Soften the jaw. Allow the tongue to feel heavy in the mouth. And relax all those small muscles around the cheeks and the jaw. Softening that whole area. And you can also relax all the muscles around the eyes, the temple and the forehead, and especially that area between the eyebrows that we call the third eye center, just relaxing. And now the face is completely relaxed and all the muscles are soft and saggy, just letting everything go. Just doing a quick scan of the body, and if you feel that you're holding on to any tension anywhere, Let it go now, releasing completely, letting go now. The body is breathing without any interference with us. We are merely an observer, watching the body in this beautiful few moments of deep relaxation. And remember, we can return to this state anytime we please throughout the day, just with 5 minutes, just letting go of any tension that may have built up. But now's the time to come back to the present moment and to start bringing some movement back to the body. So let's just gently wiggle the fingers and toes. You can just inhale a little bit deeper as you stretch the right arm up and all the way back behind you. Bending the left knee so the left foot is flat on the floor and just rolling over onto your right side for 1 or 2 breaths. Keep the eyes closed. And then just pushing up to a seated position once more, where we'll finish the class. Just slowly coming back up to a seated position with the spine uplifted. We're going to place the palms together and say one long Om together to finish the class. Inhale. Release the hands, gently rub them together. Place them over the eyes. Feel the warmth and just gently massage around the eye sockets, the temples and the forehead. Release the hands and gently open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone.